Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through slowest. The future I see like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
On the road to destiny, find the path that's meant to be. Leave the past behind, it's time to set your spirit free. Step forth with courage, ready for the battle now. From the easy way to the hard way, to the unseen road somehow. To unfold a wandering, find the path that leads you home. Take a leap of faith, don't be afraid to roam. Through the 5 paths you'll discover what's true. Keep pushing forward, 'cause destiny's waiting for you. Walk with determination, feel the fire deep within. On this journey of a lifetime, let your journey begin. Leave behind the doubts, the fears, and the strife. Embrace the unknown, ignite the passion in your life. Walk with determination, feel the fire.
I'm committed to the truth, that's my solemn vow. No less than honesty, I'll show you how. When life gets tough and the path seems rough, I'll shake things up, I'm not afraid to be tough. Brace yourself, it's not for the faint of heart. I promise to guide you, to play my part, to lead you to your best day ever. Together we'll be smart. No gloves today, it's time to be real. I'll kick your spiritual ass, it's part of the deal. Ready for transformation, take my hand. Time is ready, don't hesitate. heart. I'm here for you right from the start. For your best day ever, we'll make a chart. In the land where shadows dwell, truth is my solemn creed. Through the fog and dark abyss, I'll show the path you need. When the night is cold and long, and hope seems but a bluff, I'll stand firm against the dark, unyielding, strong and tough. Steel your soul for this quest, there's not the frail of heart. I vow to guide thee through the gloom, to play my destined part, to lead thee to whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead, no refrain.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in, everybody. As you can see, as of today, we're going to try something different. I decided to extend my card camera to be the biggest screen here, guys, because I was looking at a lot of the other readers, and I'm saying, I don't need that much space to do everything here. I'm going to change things up a little bit. So I want you guys to tell me how you guys like the new screen and how you like the new setup and stuff, because I thought maybe it was time to give you a little bit more of the old, and I'm thinking about, as soon as I can, I'm going to change this camera here that I don't really like that much into a better camera. I got to catch up on some things first, guys, so. Anyway, as I like to say, hello everybody, my name is Joshua Belize. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day, except, you guessed it, the weekends. I used my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to help divine the best possible path for you guys. Hey, yo, Demi, welcome in my Twitch son. Welcome in my a very real Twitchy sonny. I help. I'm trying to help. Yeah, so now you get the face camera. Like I said, the better camera right now is on the face, but I tried switching them around. But then I think I have to find a little bit of a smaller camera that can localize exactly where I want it to on the desk. So somewhere in the future we'll get a better camera. So, but I'm glad. So just to get a little bit more of, you get to see the cards here and all of that stuff. So I thought it was time to maybe do, maybe that's what will help it. I'll change it. Yeah. So, I'll eventually change the card camera around, so. But as you can see, today is just one of those happy Wednesdays, happy hump day to all of those beautiful people out there. Wish I had snacks and stuff like that. I was looking at the EBT thingy, and I said I could ride somewhere, but then I realized my back tire is popped. Yes, I can't ride anywhere to any place. So I have to find a way to get a ride somewhere, which will require money to do, because I can only use a company called Lyft, which is like a DoorDash that drives me wherever I need to go. And I don't have money till the 3rd, so we're going to be stuck here with no money until the 3rd. We've got food, we've got plenty of things to eat here, yeah, you can buy me, you can, lunch for today if you guys want to do that. That's up to you. But like I said, these are still going to be free readings. It's just, hey, you want to, if I get busy and stuff like that now, and people want to skip the line ahead, hey, you can pay me to do that. Not a problem. I figure, why not? I'm worth it.
Yes, you
I'm not charging you $20 a time. You're saying it's like $5 to skip the line, $5 to. If you're the only one here, you don't have to pay diddly and squat ever. And D, you don't have to worry about paying me anything. You're my Twitch son. I don't ever expect you to do anything for me. I'm just glad I get to be a part of your life. I never got to have a son of my own. So, kind of thank you in a way, because you're kind of giving me that experience I always wanted to have, but never really got to have in real life. I'll take a Twitch son. My hands are dirty as hell. Yeah. Really? No, really? I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go wash the hands. Will you open the door for moi?
Yeah.
Watch out. Go ass crack. I was trying not to bother you. I don't need it open, closed. You don't have to keep it closed.
Oh, because I kind of like it.
Okay, close it then. I stole cookie. I stole applesauce. Anyway, so I went to go grab a cookie and an applesauce too to help blood sugar issues. I think we're almost.
It's almost
No, it's not. It's actually not. Okay, I hear it now. I was like, I didn't hear it. Hey, yeah, welcome, new beans. Hop in line or just, whatever. I was just grabbing a cookie here. From what my wife says, it's an oatmeal raisin cookie. Welcome. There you go, Mom. I didn't chew with my mouth open and I didn't talk with my mouth full. You're welcome, Mom. Okay, now. New beans, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Here you're here. No, good. So, do you need me to tell you how it works here, or do you remember how it works here? If you remember, throw me your numbers. If you need me to remind you how it works, you just say, please let me know, or explain it again, please. I don't remember. Whatever. But actually, here's how it works here. I'm going to ask you to pick numbers. As you can see on the screen here, pick your shuffle number, 1 through 10. I will ask you how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you. Then pick your number 1 through 52. That's where the answers will be in the deck that I have before me. Everything else, we'll let you know when it happens, if it happens. And then if you have a question you want me to answer, just try to tell me as simply as possible so I can answer it. Or if you just want a general, say general, and I'll just generally tell you what you need to hear today. My wife, very weird woman. Wouldn't change it for anything in this world. But, you know, when she starts doing things like this. Well, I'm trying to stream and I'm looking at her and I'm going. You know, and I'm not over exaggerating here. That's what she was doing, okay? And I'm trying to hold it in right now, going, you silly goofy. Okay, now I would like to get back to the people who came here to do readings. Is that okay with you, my love? Sure. Okay, good. So, all right. So back into you there, new beans. Thank you very much for the that, and thank you for being patient with me while my wife decided to be a goofball. The question is, a loved one, does Simon love you? Okay, let's find out. And your numbers were 8 and 2. So I always do a cleansing shuffle for you. So cleansing the cards off. Ah, darn it. They're going to be jumpers today, I bet. Come on, open up. There you go. There you go. Now you're opening up. There you go. You can always tell when they're cleansed because they don't start sticking together as much anymore. I know. Here are your 8 official shuffles. Second card after that is where your answers begin about does Simon love you, or that kind of questioning for here. Okay, so here we go. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and you have a God card message for you as well today there, new beans. All right, and then here we go with the second card. 1, and here's the second card about Simon and how he feels about you right now and what needs to be taken now, okay? Excuse me. Thank you for that. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do that. So, and give me a second to just set this camera up a little bit better here, guys, so that I can see the cards and you can see the cards. All right, now. So, as you can see here, all right, and then and I know it looks weird on the screen. I wish it wouldn't mirror it like this, but it does mirror it like this. So, new beans. Are we ready? Want to make sure we're ready. Everyone's here. Everyone's ready to rock and roll. Good. Sorry, I'm finishing up my cookie. Alright, now the cookie is done. I don't have any more cookie, okay? But, new beans, you want to know how Simon feels about you and if he loves you back in return and all of this wonderful stuff. And I think you kind of know the answer already. But here it is, black and white, plain and simple. He accepts you for who you are. So that's the first thing on the checkbox list that you've been waiting for, right? So just like a lot of other guys haven't met the expectations that you wanted to meet, Simon does meet some more expectations. But it's not your acceptance he's trying to find. It's the acceptance of himself that he's trying to find right now. And he's going through some changes right now. And you can see it. And you feel it. And you feel him pulling away from you. But there's a part of you that knows that he's got to go heal before he can come back and start anew again. That he's got to find that acceptance within himself, but you've also got to accept yourself for who you are. Does he love you? I think he does, because he's accepting of who you are as a person. He sees a future with you, that he can plant something in that future with you. That's what the seeds card is about. It's about taking what you've learned up to this point, all of the good information, and you're going to start to put your seeds down into the ground that you want to grow together will be the key. So together, and planting down those seeds together. But we both have to take care of our separate seeds, but we are still working on the same garden. But he has to, that's exactly what he's working on though. Okay? You can't force that out of him. He's gotta embrace the silly cowboy. He's got to, next time you're in the old kinky kind of a mind, put a cowboy hat on him and tell him to ride him, cowgirl, ride him. Okay, whatever way you want to put that, okay? But the thing about it is it's time to accept and embrace all the parts of who that person is. Okay? That means you accept the goods and the bads, the silly and the serious, the side I'm going to show the world, and the only side I will ever show the world, but the side I show you, the side you only get to see, that's a gift. Do you realize how much a gift seeing silly cowboy is for you? That's a gift that he is showing you a side of himself he doesn't show a lot of other people there. Why are you still questioning if he wants to love you for everything you are as well? I think it's time you take a leap of faith and trust that this is just going to work out. I think you have to get over that little tiny fear that's been stopping you. The what if. The what ifs can happen to any of us at any time in this world. The what ifs can always come and get you. If you're going to spend your whole life worrying about the what if, you're never ever going to live life. And that means taking a leap of faith for the first time. Yeah, overthinking is right. I wouldn't say overthinking, I would say obsession. Obsessing over the fact that you know what needs to be done. You know what leap has to be made. You know what you have to do on your part. You have to see if they're willing to do the same as well, because it's not just a you kind of a jump here. It's holding each other's hands, Thelma and Louise style, as we go off of the cliff and hoping the parachute opens instead of us crashing to our doom. An outcome, I'm telling you the outcome. Taking a leap of faith will change things here. So whatever you're scared to face with him, you both got to face it together. Instead of trying to force the love on him, just grab his hand, tell him, I don't care what you're going through, I'm here for you. Don't care what. Okay. Thank you for offering your one-time promotional thing here. I really appreciate that. We don't worry about any of that stuff here. We just try to help people live their lives and live them into a more positive path. It's about, yeah, it's supposed to be stopping the bots. I know. My bot thing was supposed to be stopping that crap, so.
Oh.
Well, that requires a little bit of faith then, doesn't it? It requires you to have faith that he is going to be just fine, that you're going to love him for who he is no matter what stage of the game he's in. He's going to go through stages just like you are going to go through stages. Someday there will be another stage. Someday there will be another stage. And every one of those is going to take time to accept yourself for who you are and who you can become. What you can plant in the future is the most important thing here, because what you put down into the ground and take care of, what you are emotionally freeing yourself of, what you are letting out and telling him about and being emotionally free of, that will feed and grow the garden. The happiness and the positivity you share with him will help that grow too. Yeah, I know, isn't it? And then now we have your God card too as well, my friend. And that is the drive card. Now this is coming from your higher power, okay there, new beings? And your higher power is saying, haven't you been walking the long, hard road long enough? Haven't you been hard enough on yourself, being as tough and as mean as you can be on yourself? Isn't it about time you give yourself a break? Which guy? Well, that's his stream. His stream, his rules. I can't make, you know. No, coffee. Coffee. Oh, they expect you to go through your. So, you know, it's time to start to get into the car with your partner, and you both got to take turns driving the car from time to time, paying attention to the signs of the road that you're on. Where are you going? What is your destination by the end of the journey that you are currently on? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Now it's just time to get in that car, roll down the windows, and, you know, and pay attention to the signs on the road. There's an exit that meets exactly where you want to go. It's leading you exactly where you want to go. You just have to go, oh, here's the exit, and you're waiting for the right. It's 10 more miles down the road, or whatever miles down the road it is. It's not that far, and in a car it's not that far, but you keep trying to walk that thinking, oh, I'm going to defeat some big old spiritual journey that I need to go on, because if I make it through this, oh, I am the shit king of all shit kings. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Crypto, I'm cleansing the cards off for you. I really want to update my coffee here. It is so cold. Now just a little bit more sugar, I think. Hey, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate the subscription, everybody. Congratulations, Sandy. Congratulations. You know, hey, Demi, if you want to know why you're banned from his stream, maybe there's a reason he banned you from his stream. That's his stream. I cannot make anybody do anything when it comes to their stream. Their stream, their rules. I am not here to ban anybody from my stream. You know? Well, Shen, did you ban him for a reason? Let's figure this out right now. Did you? Because I don't think he did it for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, I want to smoke a lot of green right now. Crypto, I'm waiting for you. Sen, can you tell Demi why you banned him? Or did you ban him by mistake? You know, there is this thing you can do called an unban request. All you got to go do is go to their channel and do the /unban request and just request an unban and say, I don't know why I was banned, maybe, and then they'll see that message and go, oh, maybe I made a mistake. I click buttons sometimes I don't know I did. That bot that came up, first time chatter, I don't know how to block that. Oh, no, I do. Shani, are you here willing to answer that question there, buddy? Or is that something you don't want to answer? I don't know. We're honest and open here, guys. I don't think that. I'm asking him. He knows I respect honesty here. Hey, give him a chance to answer first before you start assuming shit there's D. Well, see, there you go. Well, D, you have to respect the streamer's rules, okay? The streamer who is streaming is the one who's in charge of the rules. That's why we're working it out here. So he said you came in, he got offended by something that you had said, and now it's his choice to say, you know. And Tansy's his friend, and for whatever reason he felt that what you said was inappropriate. And he deemed it unnecessary at the time. He banned you at the time. Maybe, you know. Yeah, well, I was waiting for you to come back, and I was just taking some time to figure something out there, okay, there? So now, take ownership of your part of it. His stream, his rules. You apologize. Okay, there you go. Now, do you accept that, son? And will you unban him in his stream, or are you going to give him a timeout? Like, give me about a couple more weeks to just make sure I see you coming in here and doing what you're saying, you know? Are you willing to do that? And then, Crypto, you throw me your numbers in question of the day, and then we'll start getting the cards shuffled and stuff. And if you're not willing to do it, please just be honest with me here. I'm middle ground here. I don't have a dog in the fight. I love both of you equally, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm not choosing a side here. Like I said, Crypto, throw me your numbers. And if you already threw them to me, okay, I was going to say. All right, here we go. We're going to cleanse the cards off here for you. Sometimes they do that to me too. They turn around on me. I haven't decided if that means anything yet, though. Because it's my deck, it follows my rules. Alright, Crypto, here we go. Your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the 25th card, you have a one God card message today. 25th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and the 25th card is now on top. And here is your general reading for today, Crypto, for you. Oh, la, la, la. Oh, okay, Crypto, generally speaking, what is the universe trying to tell you right now? I wish my camera was better. I don't even have any fucking wipes right now to clean out my damn light. Honey, do you have any more? Beth, do you have any more of the wipes? Alcohol wipes? Do you have any more alcohol wipes?
Do I need any more?
No, do you have any more?
Oh, yeah.
I want to see if I can fix it real quick. Give me a second, guys.
Here.
Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better now. Thank you. Wifey, thank you. I haven't done that for a while because I didn't have any to do it with. Alright, so now that we got a little bit better card camera fucking setup. Still not perfect. I can't win. I swear to God, I just can't win this thing. Hey, I almost got it. Yay! Yay, that's perfect! Okay, sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry about that, Crypto, but it was annoying the F out of me. And, like, well, I've got it here. Might as well do a couple of these while I'm at it, too. Alright, so back to your reading, Crypto. Okay, and it's a big one for you because maybe we're finally ready to hear this message. And I hope you are because I think it's an empowering message for you to hear. And it's important to understand where you're at in your journey and how far you've come. If you can do that right now and just say, you know what, I understand, hey, I was beat up for a while, but it wasn't because of karma, it wasn't because of debt, it was just because the world is a dick sometimes, and unfortunately I rolled ones instead of sixes. But now is your time to start to say, where do I want my path to go now? The universe wants you to say, please definitively tell us what you want. We want you to go and tell us what you see yourself becoming in the future. But we're going to make you own up to that path too. So whatever you tell us, we're going to remind you that you still have to do this and still have to change your life. We will help you. We will guide you. We will show you signs. But if you still refuse to pay attention to that, then we will come along and conk you on the head and put you back to a place where you will finally get the goddamn message already. It's time to claim your power, Crypto. It's time for you to claim who you are as a person, as a woman, as your path and what you want for yourself. Not a shared experience. What do you want for a change? Yeah, love is all fine and dandy, but you can't wait around forever for love to keep trying to find you. Sometimes you just gotta get out there and go experience a different path. What kind of a journey have you been taking up to this point? So I'm just gonna tell you that, that you finally have the opportunity. You gotta run. Okay, well I'll finish. You'll have to come back and watch the VOD. Then I'll finish the reading, and then I'll let you know what happens here. So to finish up the VOD there, Crypto, time to unlock that true potential within yourself and realize you don't need to be in the same old thing that you've been putting yourself in up to this point. You have to release yourself from the demons and the worries and the issues that keep plaguing you. You have to free yourself from that burden any longer and walk free of that burden and actually find out what freedom actually feels like for a change so that you can make new, better choices. It's time to become the beautiful flower you know you've already are, instead of seeing yourself as the ugly old weed all the time. We all have ugly parts, but if you see yourself as just a flower that's got good and bad parts in us, because we're all just good and bad flowers mixed together up together. A flower doesn't ask itself if it's good or bad, it just grows the way it's supposed to grow. Since you're not here to see your God card, I'm foregoing your God card because you're not here to see it. Alright, well, have a good day at work, I guess. Sandy? I hate when people do that. And I understand your point too, Sen. Now that you're here and it's your turn, Sen. Okay. So you got amulets, intuition to buy them. I made a pink salt thick layer of a comfort. I don't know if compass top. I think of that 4 bay leaves that and the amulet and strings. Hey Indigo. But let's find out what they have to say about what to do now with everything, okay? Okay, I think the cards are all ready for for me to cleanse them off for you. Oh, so if someone's not mowing my lawn, I hope, but no, it's Jerry or something like that. One of my neighbors is mowing their lawn today, so if you hear that, sorry, I can't do much about it. Okay, here are your 10 official shuffles, and how about some advice about what we should do with this new amulet that we've gotten? Yeah, I feel it too, there, buddy. I think they're going to be talking to you and telling you what you need to start to do with this. Okay, so, okay, wait, I'm waiting. All amulets' intuition has to be burnt. Okay. So you have to burn away an old amulet that you used to hold. Got you. Okay. That's the gift they're asking for. That's the sacrifice they're asking for this new thing they want to give you. Right? I bet that's what it is. 4 amulets has to be burnt. Setting it down until I better understand what we're saying here, Cindy. And thank you for giving me some time to set up. So D, one more time, we're gonna give you a little bit of we'll figure it out after stream here, but that's his rules, his stream. So we'll see if we can work it out. I don't want to hold. Like I said, I've seen this happen to. This has happened to me too. So you're always welcome here. I will never ban you here. If it bans you, it's because the thing banned you, not me. Like I said, I just figured out how to do that today. So if I figured, so see, I didn't even think it was. She was, but. Okay. Now I want to make sure that I understand you here, so that I understand what we're saying. Okay. Old amulets and the intuition has to be burnt. 4 amulets, 2 amulets, one pig tooth, and iron core. Okay, I don't care what they're made of or what the other. You got 4 amulets that you have to burn away, right? Okay. Now, what are we trying to find out from me is the question here. You want to know what you should do about the amulets. Okay, well, you want confirmation, right? Basically, you need confirmation that that's what you should do with everything and stuff like that. Just kind of want to take then. So, a little bit of confirmation about what you need to do about the amulets. Yes, you want confirmation you should burn away. You made this thing to help you with that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I understood correctly. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have 3 God cards for you today there, my friend. And then you want the 9th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th card is. We want to know what we do with them. Whew. All right, San. So, as you can clearly see that the first thing that they're telling you is that, yes, this is what has to happen. I have to burn these things away. What we do with the ashes of that is basically what comes next of that. Remember, this is a part of your rebirth. So, mix it in with the pink salt and call it your ash of memory. It's going to be the most powerful substance that you have. It combines the life that you wish to live and the life you once had together. It is balance. It is justice. It is the meaning of two worlds. And I did this for myself as well, as I left one of my lives behind. In this lifetime, I've had multiple different lives. Okay, I was Thunderbolt. Oh no, first I was Joshua, then I was Thunderbolt. Joshua, Thunderbolt, Willow, Unison, the Unknown Prophet. Okay? Those have been my lives up to this day. You know, those are the incarnations that I've done in this lifetime. And each time I rebirthed myself, I would burn away the old self and take that part of me that was burnt away, mix it in with that thing that would renew me and regeneralize me. Bay is all about the, if you know anything about bay leaves and the herbology of a bay leaf is, the reason that you add it in not only into your, the flavoring of a bay leaf is actually very subtly, but it's so bitterly strong. It's got that really, the only way you can describe it is bay leaf flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's just got that bay leaf flavor of it. It's like a sagey, lighty, sagey, basil, sagey thingy mixed together with thingy. Anyway, you get the idea, right? That we have to take this old substance and rebirth it to be a part of the cycle, to renew it, to re-energize it, to move it and shake it into a new, different place. Just like we do in our gardens. You can put that, a little bit of that ash into your garden too, to help cultivate not only a carbon, extra little bit of carbon in there, but now you're also adding in the essence of who you used to be, but you're planting something new in that dirt. But the important thing is, as you can see here, son, it's time to turn those old things into something new, tempering them into what you want them to be. So I think that's a pretty good confirmation. And then getting into your sacred space, into your circle, where you know you have the power, where you know you have all that you need within your group. Even if that's with a group or if that's just yourself, it's your circle. It's your powerful circle that we cast. When I do something, we do something we call cast a circle. Now, what is casting a circle? It's a big fancy word for a very in real life prayer. Just like Muslims will sit down and bow to a certain way, like the East, and bow towards the sun has significant religious things for them. When I cast a circle, it's like creating a church because we don't have a building. Our church is earth. So we create a sacred space within the church we already live in. So we take and we bring ourselves into a sacred space. So we draw this imaginary line around us that keeps us safe and protects us, but also raises up to a level that we can be part of the gods for a short time. And that's what a circle is all about. And I think you know this already, but it's just kind of reminding you to remind yourself to get back into your sacred space. Remind yourself that this is a death that has to happen for this new change to begin. We use these resources to be the catalyst of change, and then we temper that thing into what we want it to be. And then you got God cards. And God is saying, don't wait around for us to give you all of the answers. Don't wait, oh no, that's it. That's this one here. Don't wait around for us to give you every answer where we've silver plated you enough. Either you've got to start to take some of the experiences we're giving you, or you've got to get up off of your butt and start to make your own damn choices. See yourself for who you truly are, the truest reflection of who you are, the goods and the bads, everything that makes up the whole you, the part that you have to look hard to see. You see a beautiful oak tree because you are a beautiful oak tree. Other people may see a jumbled up bunch of mirrors, but you know what represents you. Don't just exist as an idea, become the idea. If you're going to start to imagine it, imagine yourself it every day. Not fake it till you make it, be it till you are it. Thank you, Sen. You are always a valued person here. And I want to say thank you for giving me this time and space to work something out between you and my friend Dee, because I love you both very much equally. That I will never ban either one of you from my chance because I love you both so much. But I understand what you do for your channel is what you do, so I respect your decision for your channel. Just like people that ban me from their channels for their own reasons. They did it, and I can't get back into there because of what I did to them, And, they have their valid reasons for that. And I have to respect that. I'm learning every day even better stuff, I still have things to learn. Social etiquette and stuff like that is not my strongest suit all of the time. I think what you should do, before I get to you, Valerie, what I think you should do is, yes, you should burn them and give them, part of them to temple, should stay at temple. Part of them should come home with you as a sacred part of your new path, a reminder that Phoenix rise from the ashes. You are rising from those ashes, always to remind you that that past is gone. And so you could take back the metal part of it, but you can always smelt those down too into something new someday. So maybe put them into a separate box that someday I'm going to smelt these down and turn them into something new. Or if you've got that kind of work, you know how to do that kind of work, then that's what you need to do with the metal of it. Make it into a new symbol that represents the new you. That's what you do with the metal. You get it all hot and bothered. Okay, then you know what? Then bury them at the temple and take what ashes you can take. Then return them back to the earth. Yeah, exactly. Alright, and here we go. We're going to start to cleanse these cards off for Valerie here. What do you guys think of the new screen, the new setup? Do you guys like it better like this? Okay, I'm just trying to read up what you were finishing saying there. Okay, good. Cool. That's awesome. All right, and I'm going to get to your Valerie here. Here we go. So here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, God card. All right, and then we have six cards in, right? I shuffled 8, right, guys? Brain fart for a second. Okay, good. So I just have to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see, sometimes that happens to me in the middle of even in the middle of doing something like that, my brain will go, huh? So here we go, and we want to know what's coming for you in the next couple of weeks for you, right? Because let me go back up in here just to double check. Yeah, how will it go for the next 2 weeks? Yeah. Hey, and thank you very much for the subscription, Swifty. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, very, very much. We got a subscription from Swift Sticks. You unblocked me? Okay. I'm sorry for whatever I've done in your stream. I've never been in your stream, so I don't know how I get been blocked. But well, like I said, your stream, your rules. So, Valerie, what's going to come up for you in the next couple weeks, huh? Why? Why am I getting congratulations? Unblocked me. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Got you. I got you. Thank you very much. All right. D, if you haven't heard already, you've been unblocked from St. Paul's stream. So please go back in there with the utmost respect and gratitude for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful forgiving gift he just gave you, okay? Go be a good person during everybody else's stream. Just respect his rules, because I bet if he bans you a second time, you won't get a second chance. Now back to Valerie's reading. Thank you, please. So, Valerie, you're on a journey yourself right now. And the thing I think you know about it is that you've always kind of known that you'd get to a certain point in your life where you'd either have to give in to what people expected you to be, or finally fight for what you wanted yourself to be. And now that we finally made that choice, now is the time to get the rest of the story. Like I tell somebody sometimes is, you can't write the whole story and expect to get to the end and miss all the other books. Like Harry Potter. Okay, if you start out with book number 1 and automatically skip to book 8 or 7 or whatever book number it is, well, he'll figure it out. Give it time. Sometimes it takes a day to undo or something like that. So, but back to the thing that you need to know there, Valerie, is that it's part of the journey and part of what you're going through right now is the point. What you're going through right now is the point. The next couple of weeks will only help you to determine whether or not now can you accept that you have made yourself be the person you have always wanted yourself to be. That part of this, you you can take a slight little bit of blame here by saying some of it's my own fault. It's all your fault. Everything you've ever done is your fault. Yeah, but guess what? That isn't the end of the world because we all are stumbling dumb humans here. Okay? You have to remind yourself what beautiful person that you are and what it took to become this person today. So this next couple of weeks will be about redefining and understanding who that is and coming to terms with, I am proud of that. How do I am going to take that next? By understanding it's been a part of my journey, but now I'm going to express I am proud of who I am. Now I'm going to share that and be more communicative about what I want, what I need, my physical, mental, and spiritual needs. I'm going to use the vines that are given to me to help me grow, but also get the right kinds of information. Just like vines have to be very symbiotic. Vines can't live without the other plants. Okay? And that means you have to stop thinking about the choices in front of you and make a choice in front of you. It may seem like it, but these are all good choices. It's just what kind of an experience do you want to have next? And that's what it's more about there. This next couple weeks is trying to figure out which marble you're ready to pick out of that magical jar of yours and give a shot at. What are you ready to find on this journey that has been missing up to this point? That means you have to put your hand in the cookie jar and grab a cookie and realize, I like that cookie. And then you have to go, did I like this cookie's taste or not? Miss Magician in the chat. Miss Magician. Hey, my baby streamer, student, and brilliantly beautiful friend. Definitely go check out Miss Magician. Alright, she's an awesome tarot reader. She's also a wonderful astrologer, tarot reader. She has a very unique style and way of doing it. And I kind of took a little bit from her stream the other day and said, hey, I'm going to make my card screen bigger too. So basically that's what you need to know. We're going to get a break, an ad break here. Do you have ads there, Valerie? So I'm going to wait for the ads to be over. See you in about, Lip. Okay. Hopefully the ads have finally ended now and we're all back. Now, was there any part of that last reading you missed because of the ad? Or did we get all of the information we need? Okay, good. So here's your God card then. And what are they trying to tell you there, Valerie? That it's time to be that glowing, brilliant, beautiful person that you've been waiting your whole life to be. Be proud of this. Be proud of who you are and how you came to be. Because it takes work to move from the dark into the light. Sometimes we swim in shadow our whole lives. We are embracing shadow our whole lives. But the thing we haven't yet to express in our lives is the other side of the coin. Because we felt like we didn't deserve it, or we were being punished or cursed, or felt like we were just that misunderstood or what. And none of that is true. All of that is a bunch of bullshit. The only thing stopping you from seeing the light is you taking off your sunglasses. And now you can see the light again. And that means I have to remove the darkness from my eyes. So remove that and start to glow in all of that which you are. Because we see the brilliant, beautiful, glowing soul you are. We're proud of the soul you are. We're proud of who you are. And I think they just came to really say, big proud moment, proud papa moment or mama moment or whatever kind of deity you follow. Basically. They're proud of something that you've chosen to do. So now I'm going to move on to the next person in line now. You're welcome, Valerie. Mostly this next couple of weeks is mostly going to be, like I said, just kind of understanding your power and understanding your path and really discovering and admitting to yourself that, wow, I can't believe it. You know, it will be the I can't believe it, here's what I realized moment. I can't fill in the blanks here. It's too personal for you. You know what I'm saying? I think you understand why I'm not filling in blanks here. Go, honey, go. But, Indigo, you're next. So whenever you're ready, please throw me your numbers. 3, throw me your question. And we'll get into it. The point is you can do it. Yes, you can. And it doesn't define you. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You overpowered that bitch a long time ago. The only thing you still do is question. That's the last thing you have to do is let that questioning shit go. It's amazing how I can do that sometimes, huh? Cleansing the cards off for Indigo. Throw me your numbers and or question of the day. I'm getting the cards all ready for you. Trust me, I understand what it means to get through the shit. I understand what it means to be living. I've made it through every shitty situation my whole life. I mean, my life before, let's just go back 5 years ago. My life was shit before that. At least I thought it was shit before that. So, you know what? To come here and say that I know everything is a big fat lie. I don't know everything. I'm just telling you how I made it through, how I became more positive of a person, you know? And, you know, trying to help you find a better path and more positive path for you. You know, that's all I can ever do. Indigo! Are you here? Indigo! Alexa, throw a 3-minute timer on.
3 minutes.
Indigo, you now have 3 minutes to respond. I wish I had a cigarette right now. I wish I had money right now. I could go for cigarette stuff and fucking chips and stuff like that and all that crap, but just not going to be in the cards for me. Hey, Indigo, okay. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, cancel timer.
3-minute timer cancelled.
Throw me your numbers and question. Jamming the music, you almost lost your spot. Oh, it's okay. I was just jamming to some music. Not like I was that busy, couldn't jump back in line. All right, whenever you're ready there, I'm going to start. I started doing a cleansing shuffle, but I always like to make sure someone's here. So ready for their reading there. So whenever you're ready, no, you have to tell me your numbers and stuff like that. Please let me know how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10, and then pick a number 1 through 52. That's where the answers you seek are in my deck. If you have a question you want me to answer, put it in chat as simply as possible so I can understand it. Other than that, say I want a general reading, and I'll just generally tell you what you need to hear. All right. Here are your 9 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 God card, 8, 9. All right, you have 1 God card, and the 13th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the 13th card is now on top here. How can we increase our abilities and expand our abilities, huh? All right, here comes the truth. Here comes the hard truth of what you need to start to do. Okay? First thing that I want you to do to expand your abilities is you need to start to make a step-by-step plan. So I want you to put down on a sheet of paper today, whatever, 5 steps, 10 steps, whatever steps you want to start with, just a definitive amount. Let's just take 5 steps for now, okay? 5 steps to how I'm going to get to what I want my abilities to be like. First, we must quiet our mind. So I'm going to give you 5 steps to do that will help you increase your abilities and expand your abilities, okay? First, you must quiet your mind. Do you know how to ground and center? I'm asking. Okay, well, it's time to start to do it. Number 1. That's step number 1. You have to start to practice that every single day, at least 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once before you go to bed at night, at least. Number 2, second step. You have to remind yourself that you have the abilities you already have. Innately, what you know is the truth has to be the only undeniable truth. You must trust your abilities without a shadow of a doubt in your mind. You must use them every day or you will lose them. So if and when you do gather these new things you want to expand yourself to be, remind yourself if you don't use them, you will lose them. Then the next step is that we have to remind ourselves that we have the power and our abilities are this. And here's what I know I can do more of. We all have the idea that ancient knowledge is in there, and we're not really sure where it's at. Well, it's time to go find that. It's time to talk between you and your higher self, that self that is amongst those energies. So we have to increase that connection between us and the higher powers. Let's start with our guides first. Let's talk with them and actually start to hear them and listen to them. However the way they decide to communicate with us, let's make a contract with them and saying, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give up a little bit more of my doubt, fear, and anxiety or whatever I'm willing to give up in order to get these abilities. Because we're going to have to drop away some of our old bad habits to get these things. And then the last and final step will be, hey, I have to use, when I am being given these gifts, remind myself that with great responsibility comes great power. With great power comes great responsibility. But you know what I'm saying? It's your responsibility becomes now to the universe. And how you represent that universe is everything that you do now will come back to you 3 or 4 times as good or as bad as you do to anybody else, because now you're a representation of the universe. Okay? So that's the basic way of making an easier plan on how to open up those skill sets for you. And I can, it's basically ground and center. Make sure you understand, understand your own power, what your gifts actually are, what you're capable of, believing in those gifts and starting to utilizing in them and start to use them every day. Make sure that you are in contact with those spirit guides, that you have that strong connection between your mundane life and them. And then the last one is between you and your higher power, whatever that may be. And this is the thing that has to end. We have to start to see our lives how we want it to be. Well, think about the fool's journey, okay? What does the fool have to do? Yeah? The fool and the sun, huh? Okay. So You know, we can keep going with mine, but I'm going to tell you the same thing there, right? Fool's journey is he doesn't see the path before him because he's too busy looking at everything else, that he's the fool because he doesn't see the path that's coming right before him, or he keeps walking and doesn't see the hole in the ground, just like so many cartoon characters don't. While reading the book and getting so entranced in what this world is telling him, he forgets to pay attention to the world in front of him. Down he goes. The sun is all about that self-empowerment part of you. You are the sun in the sky. You are the one who has to shine down onto your world, the world and energy that you want. So if the more and more that you want, the more and more you are expected to use that energy, but it can drain you too. So you have to believe in that power source, just like that sun in the sky that never ends. That takes billions of years to die, not just an hour or two. We have to tap into a power more powerful than ourselves, or that self-empowerment, or that higher power, or that ethereal power. You know what I'm saying? And then throw everything else that doesn't serve us any purpose any longer away, but not just away. We're going to turn it into compost so it can become nutrient, life-giving fertilizer someday, or dirt. We got to start to put all the right ingredients together so that they can all combine together and fermentate correctly to become the kind of life we want them to become. So basically, they're even telling you we've got to let this kind of all come together. We've got to make a plan. We've got to see ourselves as the power source and make it through all the things that are stopping us. Nothing stops me. I am the master of my world. Nothing gets in my way. Those clouds don't exist today. And I'm going to throw whatever else I can't do anything about into that compost pile. Those clouds go to the other side of the world to feed and rain the other side of the world for today. It will come back tomorrow or another day to feed us. And then that compost pile ends up being. But all those ingredients come together and they start to fermentate together. Just like you're making a well-crafted alcoholic beverage there, right, Indigo? So that's kind of how all of the right ingredients come together to start to enhance your skills. So you want to know how to enhance your skills. Make a contract between you and your higher power. This is the best way I found how to get your in. First, you have to tell them what you want. I'm ready for this. Okay? Here's what I'm ready for. Here's what I'm willing to give up to get that. Here's what I'm willing to give you as an offering every day. It doesn't have to be an object or anything. It can be a simple writing something in my journal every day is my offering to you. It's just something where you're going to give them the respect of saying, this is for you, not just because of it, because I love you and because I honor you. And then you seal it with how long that contract's going to last and see how long it's going to work. And as long as you hold up your end of the bargain of what you promised in that contract, it will hold. The universe will give back to you 3 times the good that you are expecting. Blah 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 blah. And then we get to this card there, Indigo, which is what the universe is even telling you to do. It's exactly what I just got done saying. The Witch's Tower card is exactly what I just got done fucking saying. Exactly. But that's what I mean. Claim your power. It's time to claim your power, Indigo. The universe is listening to you, waiting for your will, your intent. Do you get it? The only thing holding you back is the 2x4 you put on yourself. You know that big old person right on the side here who keeps wanting to knock you down? Guess who that is? Guess what he's holding? He's holding the stick of truth. And he's going to hold you to account. The only thing that makes you go back to the bottom is someone smacking you in the head and showing you what the real truth is, isn't it? I love it when my cards agree with me. I believe that all you have to do is, first of all, is you're very empathic. You have that very empathic nature, but I don't know if you realize that that empathic nature also comes with psychometry when you pick up an object and you know what has happened with that object. So I want you to know that that's one of your psychic gifts. Like you can pick up an object from somebody else, and you would psychically be able to know what that person was feeling or something like that, something emotional and something like that. And then you have what is called the one of the abilities is not a spirit connection per se. It's more of a being able to connect other people with other people. You're not necessarily the person who people talk or go between, but you find connections to people like no other person finds connections to other people. Like and you're very good with reconnecting things or bringing resolution to old bad problems. You are the person people come to when people are fighting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you aren't seeing that, but you are the mediator. You know, you're the universe's mediator. You're not judge, jury, and executioner. You're just mediating those two idiots from making fools of both of themselves. Because you have that happen a lot. A lot of dumb fools come to you asking you the stupidest dumb questions to resolve when you're going, just give the cup back. Kind of an answer. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how I know how you know. But, remind yourself that that's something, a gift in yours. Also, the last gift is that I can see for you that I'm feeling for my guides telling you is also that a deeper channeling kind of experience, but you'd really have to get to a quiet sacred space. You used to be able to channel through other spirits, and other spirits could channel through you, and it was one of the most spiritually connected things you ever were able to do, but it kind of scared you, so you stopped doing it. You still have that within you. You just got to reawaken it. Yeah, you know. And I'm just telling you what my guides are trying to tell me to tell you. Yeah. Channel, huh? Well, yeah, because think about it. Remind yourself of when you were younger, and you were sitting there, and you kind of had this overwhelming feeling like there was something that somebody inside of you wanted to say, but it wasn't necessarily a you feeling, and the other person was kind of seeking an answer. And for whatever reason, for that moment, you kind of let something kind of come through you, and it just kind of went here. Something didn't possess you per se. It was more of a I'm sending the message through you. So it's like the internet connecting, going, now you're the speaker. I am the microphone. Okay, kind of a feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but that ability is still with you. You still have that ability. Wasn't just because it was her. It's just that you want to know what all these extra gifts are. Those are what they are right now. Other ones you can develop, but that's a contract you and your higher power have to make. I can't do for you. But those are the ones you were born with. How about that? It's not necessarily a dumb or a bum. He was being vulnerable in that moment and allowing that moment to happen because you opened yourself up to that vulnerability as well. That message came through. He heard that message, either whether he talked it out for himself to say part of that message was for him to remind himself of that message, but also to tell the person who he was telling the message to tell him. So, it's not a dumb or brilliant part of anything. It's just who he is. Miss Magician, coffee to the gods of my beautiful student. How are we doing today, Miss Magician? some coffee. A little bit of extra thingy there. Yeah, well, I mean, the only reason I said that is because that word was used a lot on me when I was growing up. Dumb, stupid, and that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to hold that against you because I understand why people said that. They didn't have words for what we were. And like I said, it's more of the I don't understand it sometimes. Yeah, but that doesn't make me any more or less smarter than you. It just makes me, you know, we all can be morons. I'm more than God's perfect idiot. I'm God's, you know. I'm out of sugar. I'm out of coffee. I'm out of smoke. So I'm out of everything. Help me. Okay, now that I've done whining for 5 seconds. Miss Magician, when you're ready. Hey, Miss Magician, get your butt in here. That's an order, young lady. I'll cleanse the cards off for my favorite person next. When she comes in, she comes in. Just saying that to be funny, actually. Cleansing the cards off from Miss Magician. Cleansing the cards off from Miss Magician. Miss Magician, come in, Miss Magician. Well, she's just, Hey guys, and you know what? I do this for free, but I wouldn't mind some wonderful yummy sent my way. There's my PayPal code down there if you ever want to send me a tip or a thank you for how I helped you today. I would greatly appreciate any and all things you could send my way right now so I can get some things I really want. $10 gets me to the store and back so I can go get some things using my EBD card, which has about 25 bucks left on it after, you know, a month of not spending it on anything. So, more than anything, I'm going to go take a quick restroom break here. TC, if you're out there, I'll be right back. Restroom break.
Step into the flames, gotta face my fears. Burning hot, but I won't shed no tears. Every step I take, feeling higher. Walking through the fire, I'm on fire. Burning bridges, blazing through the night, no fear. I'ma shine like a star so bright. The heat is on, but I won't back down. I'ma keep on walking, gonna wear that crown. In the midst of chaos, I find my way. Every obstacle I'ma slay it. Okay, no matter how hard, I won't lose my desire. Walking through the fire, I'm on fire.
In the depths of the unknown, I wander alone through the darkest nights where the shadows are thrown, breaking free from this spell, trying to find my way back to the void of the unknown, where there's no turning back. In the bed of light I lay and dream. In this journey of mine, I start to redeem through the night. I've been through the strife, gotta break this spell and reclaim my
Bring me to the greatest, highest level of myself as I step through the door. I find the power of all that is by God myself, by the God's great gift.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Thank you for your patience. Oh, Mr. Magician, are you there? Oh, that's fucking figures.
Where rainbows never fade, where the journey now begins. Have faith that finds in me, and I hope to set you free.
I don't know what
Never
to
a
sell now,
stranger,
okay?
we're connected deep within into the light. Only in danger when the heart doesn't take flight. Fly. In a world full of gray, let your color shine bright. Together we'll prevail through the darkest of the nights. Hold on tight, we'll chase away the doubts and fears. With every step we take, wiping away the falling tears. Colors of hope, swirling in the sky, we'll reach for for the stars, no matter how high. Hand in hand, we'll chase away the pain. In this moment where rainbows never wane.
I'm like a fire, burning bright. In the darkest night, I shine so bright. No matter what they say, I won't be swayed. I'm unbreakable, I will never fade. Through the storms and the pouring rain, I'll face every challenge, I won't be tamed. I'll keep pushing forward, won't back away. I'm unshakable, I will never fade. I won't back down, I won't give in. I'll keep on fighting till the end. I'm unbreakable, I'm here to stay. Like a star in the sky, I will never fade. Through the storms and the pouring rain, I'll face every challenge, I won't be tamed. I'll keep pushing forward, won't back away. I'm unshakable, I will never fade.
Came on the couch because of this. Okay, Miss Magician, I now have to give you a 3-minute timer. Miss Magician. Alexa, a 3-minute timer for Miss Magician. So, good morning, Kindred. Welcome on in. I'm just waiting for one of my readers to come back, and I just went on a short break, so I'm hoping that they come back in soon. That's what we're waiting for, is just them to come back in and show, so we can give them the reading they deserve. Giving them 3 minutes to talk to me. If they don't, it's your turn, okay? Thank you for your patience while we wait for them to see if they come back in here. Thank you very much. Oh, give me a second here. I'll turn it down here. How about now? Can we hear me better now? Better now? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. At least when I checked my own volume, it sounded good. Okay, now we can hear me well. Okay, Miss Magician, in case you didn't hear me, get your ass in here. You have 1 minute and 40 seconds now. So, how have you been, Kindred? Hopefully you're having a positive day today. Let me get... That was an oopsie. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me get you started by, why don't you start picking your numbers and or question. If you haven't been here for a while, Pick your numbers 1 through 10. How many times do you want me to shuffle the deck for you? 1 through 10 times. And then please pick a number 1 through 52. That's how many cards I count out and where your journey begins in my deck. If you have a question, please put it as simply as possible into the chat so I can understand it. Or just say, I'd like a general reading. And then I tell you what I tell you. And since we only have 1 minute left, and that's our goal here, is to try to make it your best day ever, Kindred. That's our goal. To not make it to a good day, to make it the best, most fantastic day ever. That's our only goal. That's what my deck is designed to do. Help lead you to that day. So today is that day, Kindred. Today is that day. Okay, Kindred, we're gonna go with you now. I'm gonna turn this music all the way off for you here, just so you can get hear me all the way here. So it's your turn, Kindred. Why don't you throw me your numbers and your question while I cleanse the cards off? Alexa, thank you for canceling that timer.
So very welcome.
Cancel timer. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, cancel timer. All right. All right, so whenever you're ready, Kindred, throw me your numbers and your question, and we'll go with your reading for today. Just a general reading. You got it. Here we go with your general reading for today. 1. Okay, now, if you haven't been here before, this is what we call a God card. Whenever God cards pop out of the deck, they do it during shuffle. We always get to this after your general reading, okay? So that's a message from your higher power. That was on number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we have the 18th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and now the 18th card is on deck. And now we'll give you your general reading for today and tell you what you need to know. Not necessarily what you want to know, but what will help you lead you to your best day ever. Okay, so here's what will help you get there. Okay, there, Mr. Kindred. Kindred. Is it Mr. or Mrs. Kindred or whatever it is? Hey, Kindred. I'll just call you Kindred. Either way. So, and then we do have a message from your higher power after this reading. I will reveal that to you when we're done here. So what the universe wants you to know right now is that they want to kind of pat you on the back a little bit, and tell you that they're proud that you're finally taking a positive approach to things, young lady. Thank you. I kind of thought it was a female, but I wanted to double check. I like to check my pronouns, okay? So they're proud of you for at least starting to finally shine that brighter side of life, that you're starting to look at that brighter side of everything, that you're shining down onto the things that you want to grow, that positivity and that motivation and that stuff that you've been doing for yourself lately. They just want to say they're proud that you are taking this step. It's a good and beautiful start. They want to keep seeing you do this. They, however, want you to start to realize that, yes, we want you to remind yourself that the sun stays in the sky, but you have to allow that emotional rain to finally be freed, Kindred. That it's time to let your rain shine during the sun, when the sun is out. Or we call it a rain sunshine, or whatever you got. Rainbows happen when the sun and the rain are mixed together. That's why it's a beautiful thing, because two different things come together to make something beautiful. So you have to allow these emotions that you've been holding back in come out and be that nice, light, happy, springful rain. You're not trying to flood the world here. Maybe that's somewhere down the line you may have to let a lot more out, a lot more at a lot of time, but you do that a lot already. Now it's time to hold back and be a little bit more reserved in those emotions, letting them out, yes, but maybe in a little bit kinder, gentler way, so that you can dance and sing in the rain rather than be afraid of the rain. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time to start to share your dance in that rain once again, in that sun shower rain with others. It's time to start to share the right kind of information. You know what the biggest problem is, Kindred? Is that you aren't sharing the right information with the people who are the most important to you. If you can't share that with them, what good is having friends like that if you can't realize they've always been there for you? They're not going anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere because of what you're going to tell them. They're going to help you embrace that and find ways to heal from it and help you find ways to get over it and maybe even challenge you to putting up and saying some personal responsibility may be in order here or whatever it might be. But you need somebody to help validate you, yeah, but you also need to share that information so they can validate you. If they don't know what's going on, how can they validate you for what is going on? That goes spiritually, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You have to start to share your journey. And that doesn't mean you have to go on a camera and start to share it with the world. Sharing it can be journaling, it can be whatever way it is. What we're trying not to get you to do is go back into this thing again. Okay? The universe doesn't want you to go back into your ice cave, okay? No more ice cave for you, Kindred. No more blocking yourself away from everyone and everything, making yourself be the coldest thing in the room. It's not time for that anymore. It's not time to be that ice block that keeps you protected. Yeah, you're protected, all right. You're so protected, in fact, you're freezing everyone away from you. And if you're freezing one very important thing, your happiness. That's what you're freezing away from you, your happiness. It's time to break free of that ice block that keeps getting in your way. A defense mechanism is a defense mechanism, but when does it become a hurtful thing to you? Now is when it's becoming a hurtful thing to you, young lady. You have to drop down that ice or melt that ice down would be a better idea so it can add to the benefits of growing your plant below. Okay? They're trying to help you not go back into that place again. And that means we're going to move you through some things here to help you know and understand how to do that. They're doing all of this with you too. They're trying to shine on your world more positive things so you see positive is possible. They're trying to show you it's okay to let these emotions out. They just want you to do it in healthier ways. They want you to share all of this with as many people as you feel comfortable with, but share more of that journey so they can help you with that journey, because that's what's blocking you from your happiness. And then we have other things to tell you there, Kindred. I don't know if you've been here for a while, but we have what's called a God card here. And this is the most extreme message you will ever get from my stream, because it's a direct answer from your higher power to you. You've been asking them a question, may have everything to do with your last reading, have nothing to do with your last reading. So you know what a God card is, right? And I'm going to show you what that is now. And that's exactly what your God is trying to tell you. All they want from you right now, Kindred, is they want you to grow. They want you to know that you are protected in your safe spot. They've got you grounded and protected in the earth. You are planted firmly in this ground. You are protected in this ground. All you have to do is take in all of the other elements. The rain we want you to let down on us is that emotional rain you have to let out. Being that positive person is that sun shining, positive attitude, believing in myself attitude, the I'm not going to question whether I can do this or not do this anymore kind of attitude. And then we're going to allow the wind to come along and blow off any remaining doubt and fear that might be lingering in that head of ours. They just want to see you grow. They just want to see you grow past this person you are today. They think you're better and more capable than that. They know you have a person you need to grow into being. In other words, grow up. And I mean it this way, grow up, not as an age or wisdom. You know, grow up. Every day you're growing just a tiny bit further up into that sky until you are the beautiful elder tree that no one can fucking take down. Okay? But you're just starting off this journey. And that's what's the most important part of all of this, Kindred. As it's just the beginning. And the best beginnings start with. So the person was out in the forest, confused and bewildered by the quest that was before him. His friends joined him in the quest in order to find out that self-discovering journey. Blah 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 blah. We've heard this story before, haven't we? Why do we tell this story to ourselves over and over and over and over again? Because it's the truth. What happens in every story? Every story starts off with an innocent person who's been taken advantage of some way, somehow, some way, or has used their disadvantages to their advantages. And then what happens to them? Then they start their little quest where they wait for the magic person to come save them, or they save themselves, whichever the fairy story you're watching is, okay? But then at the end of the story, you get to this point where now it's the adventure time, because now we escape whatever hell we've been put in for up to this amount of time, or saved from whatever hell we've honestly gotten ourselves into. And then, you know, if we're any kind of a good princess, we're the one saving the prince for a change, not the prince saving us, you know. You know what I'm saying? But it's a journey that you're taking here, and you're getting to the part where it's either Rapunzel put down my hair time, or it's time to take that hair, tie it to the bed, and climb my ass all the way down to the bottom, and then cut off the goddamn hair. I honestly thought Rapunzel was more beautiful when her hair was cut, but I understood why the story needed that. You know, yeah, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. Because what is life but a journey? It's one step at a time. It's one choose your own adventure game after one choose your own adventure game. There is no right. There is no wrong. There is only experience. You know? It's an experience. Okay, let me ask you this question, okay? Let's just take out all the fantasy elements here, and just say she has this long extending hair that can extend way, way down. She has a long enough length where she can actually use it to her advantage. She spends how long in a tower before she finally realizes she doesn't need anyone to get out of the damn tower in the first place? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that the solution was right there in front of her entire life. Her hair was her escape, and all she had to do was take advantage of the thing that was given to her. The only thing she didn't have to earn, own, or try to bargain or buy to get. It was hers exclusively. She didn't use what was being given to her. I wonder who that sounds like there, Kindred. And I'm not talking about long hair here, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You have so much untapped potential, Kindred. I can feel it. Miss Magician, I'm calling you out one time. If you're not here saying you're here, hop back in line when you're back. Because you missed your turn. Yeah? Well, I don't know if you really do know. I think you have to start to own that power, though, young lady. And that's why you're having such a difficult time with everything right now, is because you're stuck between the fantasy world of what life you wish you had and what life can really be. And now that you can kind of see what life could really be, it's better than the fantasy, isn't it? And that's scary, isn't it? Because what does that mean? Oh my God, I could get everything I've ever wanted for and lose everything I've ever wanted to have. That's the gamble, right? Yeah, and trying to figure out what you want takes a while. You know, it's not, sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know. And that's how you go figure things out. You go try something. You try it, see if you like it, and if you don't like it, you don't do it again. If you like it, you do it again. So ask yourself simple questions. What does happiness really look like in my head? When I picture me happy, what does that look like? Write it down on a sheet of paper what it looks like. What does peace look like? What does fulfillment look like? What do I see my future being? If I were to take everything I know right now, if I could be anything, what would I be? You know? And then you have to ask yourself how serious you are about those things you've just listed. Are those things you can actually do anything about right now? Like the long hair. Okay, I have this and this and this and this available to me. What can I use it for? What is there out there that will bring me happiness? What was out there that will bring me purpose? You know, blah, 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 blah. Find your favorite thing and give your heart to it. You know, find the thing that you are passionate about the most. Even if that's something that's giving to somebody else, at least you have a start. And then that's what that's what things like school and community colleges and internships are for, to go figure out whether or not you like something or not. You know? It's just a matter of getting up off of your ass, Kindred, young lady, and going out there and experiencing it, isn't it? It means maybe failing, doesn't it? Well, that's a part of life. We all fall and rise. We all fall and rise every day. We all make that first good step and bad step as children, okay? And we are all just children to the gods, you know? Or there are just our parents who want to watch us play outside as safely as possible, but they can't come out and save us every time they want to come save us, because they know if they do, we'll never learn a damn thing out here. Oh, God, what's up, young lady? How are you doing? How you like the new setup? I thought maybe my screen was just a little too crowded for everybody, so I thought maybe I need to reduce things and put it a little bit better. So I think maybe this might help people want to come here more, because my screen is just too crowded for some people, and they're like, "Oh, I can't even see he's trying to tell me about," you know. So, yeah. So that's what I thought I'd do. I try to just make it a little bit more simplistic, you know. And you can still see the cards better too. So, and I kind of was putting out there that when my time is worth something. If you want more than 3 readings, I want at least a $5 tip from you. You know, it's going a little good. You know, right now I'm at that point where now I'm starting to walk through the door a lot easier and staying on the other side a lot longer. And now, even after stream, I'm staying in there for about an hour to 2 hours just to get used to the energy alone. It's very draining, and I usually sleep after stream, I'm not going to lie, because getting used to me having this ability and harnessing that energy are 2 different things. So I'm learning how to harness the energy right now and utilize it to my benefit. It's just a learning curve. It's just like, you know, when you go learn how to use a toy for the first time, and have to read the instructions and how to put it together and everything correct and how to play with it right so you don't break it. Yeah, just per day. Like if you're going to get 3 ratings per stream with me, like let's say, okay, let's just say, okay, you came in here, you got one reading, then somebody else down the line got a couple readings, you jump back in line and got another reading, jump back in line and got another reading. After that third reading, I'm going to ask you for at least a $5 tip to continue doing any more readings with me. That's all. Per stream. It's just I didn't I might add the per stream. Yeah, it's just it's an added benefit. They're still free readings. It's just if you would like to be a little bit more to give more people a chance to come in here, new people to come in here and get a reading, because sometimes I'm so busy with doing someone's readings, like 3 different people asking the same question over and over and over again. Yeah, I want to, at least if I want to keep answering the same question over and over and over again, you know, you better believe it's still open. All right, Elka, why don't you throw me your numbers and or question of the day, and I'll start cleansing the cards off for you here. All right, you got it. General reading 10 and 10, you got it. All right, clearing off. It is done. Okay, what's done? Oh, the whole taking them off of the band thingy. If that's what we're talking about, thank you. I'll check back with them later, and I'll let them know. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. I know what you mean now. Good. It is done. I'm glad to hear. I was like, no, it's not that. It's something else. Okay, here are your 10 official shuffles, Elka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, God card, and 9 and 10. All right. You have one God card message today, Elka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card is 10 and 10. That's jinx it, she says. Ha ha. All right, Elka. All right, ready? Ready. I said jinx. Well, we're here now, aren't we? Did Cyan murder someone? Is that the real question? Okay, what's the real question there, Alka? Because I'm not sure if you're serious. Did Cyan murder someone? Oh, if they did. That's a pretty big problem they have. That's what I thought you wanted. So, yeah. Generally, what do you need to hear right now? So, Alka, just in all things here, and no jinxing here. Okay, 10 and 10 is a perfectly good number. It's actually a power number in a lot of things. And in all fact, you pitched 22. Not just 11, but 10 and 10. If you look at that together, if you add those things up, those both equal 1 and 1, which equals 2, which in numerology, 2 is a pretty powerful number. But 1 and 1 together are 11, and that's a pretty powerful number. And then all those other fun stuffs as well. So now is the time to understand that it is a time of change for you. And it's a time of you going through the motions of embracing the changes you are going through. And I think you're doing this just fine. You're embracing the changes. You're going where the changes take you, allowing yourself to grow where you need to grow, waiting for that moment to release that leaf, waiting for that moment to grow a new bud on that tree once again. What you're searching for more than anything is someone to share that journey with, to call out to that really true family that you've been seeking. And I know you've been trying to find this family for a while now and trying to have them hear your call. But it's you now calling out to them instead of you going you going to them. They're coming to you this time. And the process is, well, I howl at the moon and I hope you hear my song, right? Yeah. I'm hydrating. And I go out to the center of my howl and I scream out, please love me, please love me, please love me. You know? And then they hear that and they go, someone needs to be loved, someone needs to be loved, someone needs to be loved. There are all those emotions that we have yet to share the positive side of the coin as well. We can't just embrace all of the negative. We must embrace our whole blue heart, our howling blue moon wolf that howls at the moon not only for companionship, but for purpose, for meaning, to say, I'm here ready to be whatever you need me to be. Leader, follower, just here to be a part of the pack, whatever the case may be. I need my family to come to me. Just like my father had to do for himself as well. He was tired of the lone wolf journey. He was tired of keep going to place to place to place to place to find something to fix him. It wasn't until he sat still long enough and realized that the things he needed to be fixed, no one could do for him. And then he finally healed and laid down and healed for a while. Then he finally came back to what would be a normal human being in his eyes and my mind, and decided, oh, I'm going to love myself again, which piqued the interest of my mom, who started to see the man she originally married once again, or the better man he had now become. She remarried my father, and they were married for 13 years before she passed away. So it's time to listen to that ancient knowledge within yourself, Elka, the ancient spiritual knowledge that is trying to speak to you. Quiet the mind and hear what it's trying to tell you. They are providing all the information you need to know. All you have to do is hear us and listen and pay attention to us. Don't shield yourself from that which you need to experience. Only shield yourself from that which you do not have or need to have in your life right now. The bad crap is not happening to you anymore. What is happening now is transformation. And transformation means you have to rebuild your shield. Rebuilding your shield takes time. That's why you're going through changes. That's why you're trying to find someone to help and protect you while you do this. That's why you have to start to listen to that ancient knowledge. Because the only way you will ever get any of this figured out is if you allow that ancient knowledge to awaken, and that shield that you desperately need to put back on yourself, not only to not protect you from some things, but only shield you enough in certain ways. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about bad, icky psychic attack stuff here. I'm talking about just normal, everyday, life-changing kind of stuff that we're trying to protect ourselves from because we think we're being picked on. Not being picked on. Life happens to us all. Please, Elka, please, hear us. Get back around more positive people. Bask in the sun again. Follow our sun and our positivity around all day long, collecting it every day, all day. And then when you're done with today, let all of the rest of it go and turn back so that you can face us and be a positive, most brilliant, beautiful person you are. You know? Cleansing your cards off first there, Senny. What do you want to know this time? Alright, and Crypto, just to let you know, this is the last reading for this stream. If you want any more, it's a $5 payment to my PayPal for this stream only. You can always come back in and do it tomorrow or whatever, but I'm trying to just limit people coming in here and keep getting 3 in a row per stream, just because I'm trying to free up some time and space and energy too. It's not nothing against any of you guys. It's just something that also benefit me as well, because pay me for my time is what I'm saying. You know, if I'm going to do more than a couple for you per stream, all I ask is for a $5. It's not like I'm asking a lot of money here. So, but if you can't do that, you can't do it. I understand. Just don't expect me to read for you again then. All right, we're almost done with the cleansing part of it there, Sen. I know. I'm not saying anything about today. I'm just saying, I was just letting you know. That's all. Just to be warned, to let you know more than anything. Don't worry about today. I'm just saying, because I love you and I want you to be here too. So don't think I don't. Okay, 10 and 20% pawn, and then we'll get to your reading. Okay, I think I'm going to close out readings with you today, and we'll give you all the time you need for this next reading. Okay, no worries. All right, Sen. Here's your 10 shovels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and the 20th card is now on top. Send. Give me a second. I gotta create a hole. All right, here we go. Alright, give me a second. I'm almost done here. Thank you for your patience. Alright, got it done. Thank you for your patience there, my friend. Appreciate that. Alright, so here we go with your reading for today, okay? So, Sen, I just want to make sure you're back and I'm here and we're all here. Good, we're here. Alright, so what I'm hearing from the universe is that when do you accept that you have to be the volcano? When do you accept that you have to be the one who destroys worlds sometimes? I'm sorry that you're the catalyst of change for some people, but that's just the life. That's just not, it's not you trying to be mean. It's not you trying to be hurtful. It's you being the catalyst for change sometimes. And that means blowing your top off and spraying your crap everywhere sometimes and letting other people have to dodge your crap for a day. Yeah, so it is okay because, the only way things are ever going to become new and different is when you let when you start spitting rocks and you start pouring that lava out. You are destroying something, everything, in fact. But what comes out of that new ground and that new lava? Eventually, that lava cools. Eventually, there are seeds that come back onto that ground and plant themselves in fertile new ground that just got made. Okay? Now, I know it's lava rock kind of stuff, but not all of it turns into lava rock stuff. It comes in stages, just like all things come in stages. Sometimes we need to burn a world down in order to make a world be created. Now, I'm not saying you have to take it and be the evil man. Everyone says that every villain has a reason. Well, sometimes the burning their world down is only to burn their world down. They didn't mean to take all of us with them. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But, and we perceive them as evil because they're just trying to do what they know in their heart is what they have to do. They have to blow their top off and let their lava fly. Now, some people will see you as the villain. I'm not going to lie. But that's on them to decide. They can see you as the creator or the destroyer, depending on what their balance is in their own stuff right now. Yeah. Why didn't you? Because it wasn't acceptable? Because it wasn't the right thing to do? I don't know if that's what the universe is talking about. But what keeps bringing you this head? Now, I'm not talking about being a bully here. I'm talking about justified justice here. That's actually deserved when something is being done to you or people around you that's causing some kind of harm. That's when it's okay to do it. I'm not saying just go out there and beat his ass and make his life miserable because your life is miserable, okay? That's not the point here. The point is you're working through how to find a better, brighter day. And that means clearing out the clouds. Now, if that means this guy is being a negative prick and an asshole, sitting there making fun of you in a public place and being very obvious about it, you have every right to get up and make a complete fool out of that bastard too. Okay? You can't keep putting yourself in the ugly flower pot any longer, Sen. You can't. You aren't an ugly dandelion. You are a beautiful flower. You will always be a beautiful flower. No one can ever change what you were born to be. You get to be that. Only you own that. Now, what other people get to choose to pick to carry with them is their decision and choice. But the people who pick the right you will make you want to grow in this world, and the people who pick you in the wrong, worst ways won't have you for long, because you will just slowly decay and die, and they will have nothing left to live to grow with or nurture any longer. It's about taking it and making it an easier path, then. Isn't it time we take a laid back approach to all of this for a change, making an easier, conduced plan to follow? Hey, if I'm blowing my top off, fine, but where am I going to go with these steps that I'm making? If I'm going to build up for that, let me put some warning signs out there. Hey, I'm going through some transformation. I might blow up your worlds here. If you don't want to get in the way, I suggest you move off my island for a while until I settle down and become more like I want myself to be. That might mean I have changed in a new, different way you didn't expect. That's what happens when lava hits the ground. It grows and does things you don't expect it to do. But take this time to make a plan on knowing that that's going to be a part of the journey and what's going to happen after that journey. How I'm going to start to break apart those clouds and be the kind of world I want to see myself in. So maybe doing it in a more positive way. You can always find a positive way to do anything. But ultimately owning yourself up and being proud that someone's going to treat you like an ugly old weed, treat them like an ugly old weed. You know what I'm saying? Give and take. When I burnt it, it felt like I was burning a part of me. It stinked when I burnt it. Yeah, it should. You're burning away all of that crap. You're burning away all of that icky crap. Now you understand why you had to burn it away, don't you? Do you understand that's what you've been carrying on yourself up to this point, Senny? Let's just talk about that for 5 seconds. Crypto, you are the last one here. I will give you all of the time in the world. I just want to take a little bit of time with Senny because I promised him that I'd take some time with him after this. Yeah, but you don't realize it? Do you realize what you're smelling now is what you used to put on yourself? That's what you've been carrying all of this time. Hey, why don't I do Crypto's reading real quick and then we can talk about it if you have more time, San. I'd love to talk to you about it, honestly. And let me get the Crypto's reading out of that. Yeah, well, wait till I tell you the other part. All right, Crypto, here, let me do a cleansing shuffle for you about the mother-in-law. And is she talking smack about you or not? Okay? All right, here we go. On 10 shuffles, first card in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards this time. And the first card is she talking smack about you? All right, Crypto, that's your question. That's what you want to use this question for. This hasn't been a short time coming, Crypto. She's been building the arsenal up for quite a long time. And I think you are fully aware of her arsenal and why she feels like she has to have an arsenal around you. You make her feel defensive. You make her feel broken. You make her feel unsure of herself and all of that stuff, So this has been building up in her for a while, and now the shit has hit the fan and she's letting it all out. So, and part of the reason she's insecure about herself is you have stuff she doesn't have. You have the right formula. She thinks you have the better formula than her. Okay? You have the better ingredients than her. A little bit of jealousy here, okay? Because you are the person you are, that's what makes her want to be like you. In some way, she craves to have what you have. Okay? Because all bullies just crave to have what the other person has. Well, think about it. Think about everything she's done and said to you and why you think that would be. Doesn't that make the most logical sense to you, honestly? But you are more put together than she's giving you credit for, so it's not affecting you as much as you think it's affecting you. It's words. It's meaningless, random words that have no substance or meaning to them. You are finding a way to bring these two worlds together. You're trying to mend roads here. She doesn't want to mend them. You have to bring it together to be a symphony of things. Your side, her side, have to find a way to coexist in that gray in between. There has to be a middle of the road here somewhere, at least while we're in each other's presence. How about that for starters? What you do and say when you have it, yeah, exactly. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's now time to own my path. You own your path, but this is what you're asking me is, is she, having all these negative thoughts about you and talking behind your back, well, she's also trying to resolve two different worlds together at the same time. She thinks she's making it better by trying to resolve the issues, right? But all she's doing is stirring up all these other emotions that you have within you. You know, she's not willing to come to the table and go halfies, okay? She's, I won't say greedy, but she's, she wants for more, always wanting for more. More will never be enough, you know? But never fear their crypto. And yeah, she's insecure about you because you make her freeze in place. You make her want to freeze in place, and then she hears the cracks on the ice thinking, oh, wait, she made the crack first. Maybe I should step back. So as you start to make mistakes, she's kind of going, oh, avoidance game here. I see what she did wrong there. I'm not going to do that. Click, 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 click. Which drives you completely insane because it looks like she's playing copycat in some ways. And in other ways, it seems like she's the one who's trying to control you to be what she wants you to be. That's the real key there, right there, Crypto? You're tired of her trying to mold you into the wife she wants you to be for your husband or whatever it is, her son. So that's it. We're going back to more of a just chatting stream here for the moment. So, and pretty much Crypto, one other thing about the mother-in-law thingy, as long as you're married to him, you're always going to be dealing with that. I'm sorry. There's only one way to fix that bridge. Only one way to fix that bridge. You stole her baby from her. That's all it is about. You stole her baby from her. That's all it's about. Okay? Keep reminding yourself, you just took her baby away from her, and you're giving her more attention. He's getting more attention from you than he's getting from your son is giving to her. Okay? That's what it all boils down to. I have listen to this here. Okay, Crypto. You got a mirror close by? I don't care what kind of a mirror. Okay? Why are these people coming in here now and doing this again? I thought my bot was working. Okay? I want you to look in that mirror. I want you to hold that mirror, and I want you to look into that mirror right now, and I want you to do this with me, okay, Crypto? I now block the person I am thinking about from my life energetically in a physical, mental, and spiritual way. I hereby block the person I am thinking of right now in every physical, mental, and spiritual way. When I shine this mirror on an image of that person or I think of that person, all of her thoughts, all of her actions will bounce back to her 3 times as good or as bad as she is to me. By the power of my Maker, by the power of my guides, and by the goddamn power of me, so do I seal this with this power. Now, do you believe in bad luck? If you ever feel like she's getting to you so bad, so negatively, that you can't stand it anymore, break the mirror and think about that when you're breaking the mirror. Then her mirror doesn't get any farther than her. Okay, last 4 sentences, okay? Okay? Okay. I charge this mirror, blah, blah, blah. The person I am thinking of, blah, blah, blah. Next thing was, I, 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 I hereby place upon this that this will reflect back to anyone who causes me harm 3 times as good or 3 times as bad. And just say that a couple of times. That now you imbue it with your higher power, whatever you believe in. I don't care if it's Jesus, Buddha, whatever it is. Ask your higher power to put all of that responsibility on their shoulders, not on your shoulders. So that it's your higher power doing the dishing out here, not affecting your karma. Do you get it? And then the last thing is to say, I seal this now. And now, whenever I am thinking of the person who is causing me the most pain, it will be reflected back to them 3 times as good or 3 times as bad. So saith me, I do now. Or say, so saith I. Or so mote it be, as I would like to say. That's what I say when I finish a spell. So mote it be. So I will it to be. And I really want you to believe it when you're saying all this stuff. Did I say it slow enough for you? And remember, go back and watch the VOD later if I said everything too fast for you. You can always go back and do it later. But envision the person you want to block from your life in your head. If you have a picture of her, even better, because then as soon as you're done with the saying all of that, you just turn the mirror and put the reflection onto her mirror. Then what you do is you take a picture of her and you tape her face onto the mirror side. So her face is always facing the mirror. And then you put a piece of paper behind it so nothing else can be reflected but her and her alone. That means it only affects her and only bounces back to her. But only that which she does to you, good or bad, will be reflected back to her. Understand that. And if you ever try to do something mean and nasty to her that isn't called for or justified, I'm sorry to say that will come back to you as the same way. A compact mirror works just as fine. So even if the picture fills in the whole mirror, that's fine. So if you do have a picture of her, make sure that everybody else is either blackened out and she's the only picture in that, okay? Because we don't want to accidentally block anybody else, right? We're only blocking her. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then you do all those things that I told you to say. This is basically the most easiest way to cast a spell in my book, or to cast something where this is called a return to sender spell. Okay? So this will help return to that sender that which she gives to you. That will not affect your karma, your good luck, your bad luck, or even your life path, because you're not doing anything. Only that what she does to you will come back to her, So now that we've gotten that out of the way, Sen, let's talk about it. It's okay. Um, I would just kind of just find a place in your garage that's kind of like a nice, quiet, out of the way space that you can get to. Put a simple white cloth or some kind of a nice cloth down on a simple little table or what, a bench or whatever else you got handy there, and then put that rest of that stuff like surrounding a plate, surrounding the candle and stuff like that. And then maybe encircle it with the pink salt as well. And then ask your higher power to bless that to be the thing that rebirths you during your journey this year. You know what I'm saying? When do you crack the mirror? You crack the mirror when you feel like she's been so negative, something so bad has been done to you, so egregious that you break the mirror. If you break the mirror, though, everything is released, okay? That means if anything was done to her, it all goes back to her all at the same time. Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. So, Miss Magician, we were opening and talking about a couple of things with saying here and removing the negative energies and stuff like that. Can you remind where the hell we were talking about a little bit? Oh, the stuff with the burnt thing in the offerings and stuff like that, right? If you feel that gives it more power, I think yes, you can do that. Pepper is a good thing for pepper. What is pepper good for? It's kind of like, well, it's like it is in the taste. It spices things up a little bit. It gives it that little bit of a heat into the mix. Pepper is usually that mix, and vinegar is generally just a cleansing, more of a cleansing kind of solution. It's used to cleanse things. It's used to clean things. So it's more for cleaning and cleansing yourself off. You know. So how was your nap there, Miss Magician? We can do a reading for you offline if you would like to, or if you need. Did I freeze her spell on her? Well, like I said, all it is will and intent. Remember, though, that her will and intent is just as strong as yours. So if she believes in herself more than you do, guess whose will wins? Okay? It's whoever's will is the most powerful in their minds. Whoever has the strongest will wins. It's just like here on regular, normal plane of existence life, where the person who wants it the most wins. It's not because they're poor or doesn't. Those rich people got there because they wouldn't accept anything other than this is what I'm going to get. I don't care what it takes to get there, right? But as far as your thing goes there, San, just put it in a place of honor. Put it in a place where you could go pay homage to it every once in a while and, give it some respect at least for a year. Then find a nice place to lay it to rest. Maybe in a graveyard somewhere, maybe with one of your loved ones who you know would take it with them and carry it with them to the other side for you. What way you feel like you want to get rid of that extra stuff. It's a completely personal choice for you there, Son, and how you want to do that. You can keep it and use it as a reminder and a power to remind you how your rebirth this day and use it in that. You can bring it to the graveyard and give it to someone who will carry it away for you and they can stay at rest with them, blah blah blah, or whatever way feels right to you, then that's what you do. Good. That's the best way to honor it. Just doing that honor. This is my way of honoring it to you. I give up the gift of you, of even having you. I'm giving you to something holier than me. Yeah, that's always a good thing. You're humbling. Not only do you humble yourself in your own mind, you humble yourself to your gods or whatever you believe in, because you're willing to sacrifice something that is very sacred to you, to give it to them for the remainder of existence. You know what I'm saying? That's a really big gift to give. So I'm very proud and honored to hear you say that you're going to do that for yourself and to honor who that was and everything, and to lay it to rest finally, Miss Magician, did you fall back asleep or are you still here? You know, just remember, like I was telling somebody else, like Miss Magician, she's one of my students, and I was telling her everything comes in stages and steps. But the most important stage and step you have yet to take are the ones that you create. And as she's starting to learn right now, you know, so are you learning that as well. Learning how to do something new and different. You are learning how to let something go that you've been waiting to let go for a while. Remember that smell. Remember it for the rest of your life. Because if you ever smell it again, you know what's happening to you in your life again. Right? San, close your eyes and say, I can hear the bells. Right now. Close your eyes and believe it. I can hear the bells. Now listen. Really listen. Block everything else off. Those negative thoughts going through your head, those stirred up emotions you keep hanging on to, let the fucking stress of it go. Let the anticipation of it go. And just open up those ears and fucking hear the goddamn bells again. Can you hear them now? Just letting everyone speak, Oh, well, that's cool. I understand. I just. Don't you want it to keep going away? Do you want more stress or less stress, buddy? Come on. You heard them. They've never gone away. They're still there. Now remember how to hear those bells. Just remember how you used to hear those bells and turn up the volume. Imagine you haven't missed anything. I haven't stopped reading yet. If you want it right now, I can either do it now or offline. Which way do you want it? Do you want it online or offline? Yeah, my young Padawan. All right. Throw me your numbers and or question. The things I will do for the people I love. I know what your numbers are. You don't have to give me your numbers. 3 and 11, always 3 and 11. Cleansing their cards off is what I do now. Yeah, general. I know. Magical butt kick time? Magical butt kick time. Beth is screaming, kick butt, kick butt, kick butt in the bedroom right now. You can say thank you later. Kick butt, kick butt. All right, here we go. Here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 God card message, Miss Magician. And now the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is. Oh, didn't see this one coming. Didn't see this one coming. Didn't see this one coming. Oh, she's going to hate this. She's really going to hate this. Exist, extinguish, Larimer's door, and destiny card is surface. And we'll be right. No. And we'll be right back. See you later. Joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Okay, so real deal time here, Kristen. You know what has to exist You know what has to exist. Okay, Sen, thank you very much. I love you. Have a good one. I think I gave you everything you needed to hear anyway, my friend. So take that and be blessed with you. And I bless you in your journeys, okay? And congratulations on that first subscription, by the way. Woohoo! As soon as I can afford it, I'll try to subscribe myself. So, all right. And then back to you, Miss Magician. Yeah, I know you've felt this now more than ever is the responsibility of what this actually means now. I know you finally get what this actually means and why the next things that you are about to undertake will be the most important things you will undertake this year, because the person you no longer just exist as in your head will now come to become that person. And becoming that person requires you to let out and extinguish some of those old bad patterns or bad old people who keep hanging on, who don't deserve your affection or love right now. I'm not talking about the important people. I'm talking about the fires that no longer need to be tended to any longer. You know, it's one thing to say I can help you. It's one thing to say there's something I can do for you right here, right now. But there comes a time where you have to walk away, but you have to keep your life safe too by saying, I'm going to make sure I have closure on this. I'm going to close this down. Either forgive myself, forgive them, walk away, turn away, run away, whatever way you need to go. But I have to stop just existing as the idea and become the idea. The only way I can become the idea is to extinguish that old part of me I don't want to let go of. Because the cage I've been in up to this point has been a really comfortable cage. I like my cage. My cage has been safe and kept me really safe up to this point. Ergo, I'm going to stay in said cage. Wait a minute. What's this key burning in my pocket for? I said I wanted transformation. I said I wanted things to go in a different way. Why is this? Why am I burning this hole burning in my pocket? Oh, what's this key do? Oh, let me go find out. Look, there's a door. Unlock the door. Walk out the door. Look back at the said door. Hi, door.
Hey,
Oh,
self.
look. Click. I don't want you anymore. Here, you can have the key. Heck.
Oh.
Because what's required left to happen here? And that's what we are working on ourselves, right, Kristen? Okay, I don't mind using your first name here. But, it's about re-embracing freedom of choice. New, different choices. New, different changes. Embracing those choices. Embracing those changes. Finding out what's been under the surface all along that I still haven't dealt with yet. Yeah, you thought you dealt with it all. Bullshit. Bullshit. Excuse me, I got something stuck in my throat.
Could be a little bit of that bullshit. Oh.
Something around here, But, or maybe it's pot hack, I don't know. I know you are steaming right now all with the surface card. Right? Or it's confirmation you knew it was coming anyway, right? All right, you ready for the God cards there, Miss Magician there? I had to see if it was there or not. And it was.
What?
Battle. Oh. So, what are the gods trying to tell you, Miss Magician? That the only thing freezing you in place is the fear itself. That is it. It's just the fear itself that scares you. It's not doing it that scares you. It's the fear of doing it that scares you. And that's what we have to break through and break past. We just got to go do it to find out what life is going to be like. And life is going to change in ways we can't really predict now. And that's the scary part. But we do have some control over what we make ourselves after we come out of that fire, after that forge. So we need to start to make the healthy tools in our lives. And as you begin your journey, young lady, you will make these tools. You will make a shield of sorts that protects you. You will have that dagger of sword that protects you. You will have that cup that fills you or keeps or empties you from time to time. And then you'll have that fan that controls those ebbs and flows of life. And then the last and final one you'll finally own is the spirit that you've made in your heart, the true Mist Magician that is to be born. Now that we have understanding of that, please get a better idea and image of who you want that to be. Break apart from just an image and show us what the whole picture looks like. Don't just give us a little bit here. Give us the whole package here. So when we do the thing we need to do next and after, before we do that, I have questions to ask you. But hey, you know what? It doesn't hurt to get an idea of the things we want to start to do now to kind of be ready for that moment anyway. It's time to get out of our own damn way, isn't it, Kristen? It's time to get out of our own goddamn way here a little bit. I'm chief and consecrated bullshitter extraordinaire. I am the king of not getting out of my own goddamn way. Ask my wifey.
Yep.
Okay, that just goes to bonus. So there we go. I am the king of not getting in my own goddamn way. And the only thing I have to do is stop and let it just go once in a while in order for things to resolve. That's the hardest thing for me to do, is to let it go, to just let it resolve on its own. I have to fix it. I have to make it better. I have to keep battling this war, because if I don't battle the war, no one else will. You're not the only soul on planet who does this. Sorry to say, you aren't chief in charge of shit. You have nothing left to battle for but the battle you have inside of yourself. And you know exactly the bullshit I'm talking about here. I think they thoroughly kicked her butt.
Yep.
So, you know, yeah, she put a picture of a scorpion. Just like the tail of the scorpion. Give me a ride across the bay, says the scorpion. I won't hurt you. And they get halfway across the street, and the scorpion decides to sting the turtle anyway. And the turtle goes to the turtle and says, "Why did you do that? You've killed both of us." He turns to the turtle and says, "It's just in my nature." It's just in my nature. I am not allowed to be light and happy with my students. Or, yeah, the Cheshire Cat. Yes, I will give you advice, but my advice comes in riddles and half-truths and things like that, says the Cheshire Cat. Because I only know how to do one thing. Live in a fantasy. Breathe a fantasy. I am fantasy. Cheshire Cat was one of my favorite characters growing up because he was the character who was mischievous, loving, and all of the things I wish I could be. You know, the mischievous little shit that everyone loved. And I could go live my life happy and free of all of the, living the dream, you know. And all I wanted to do was live my dream. Well, there she is right there. Okay. Took me a while to get there, but I got it. So I think I am going to go find my Twitchy person to go raid out to today, too. If anyone has suggestions, I am open for suggestions. Otherwise, I'm searching the old Twitchy rooms for people. I know Cam's not on today because he had cat emergencies. I can send you to a different tarot reader. Oh, we could go to midnight. Wolf Tarot, or we could go to Greek Goddess Tarot, or we can go to Medium Jenny Tarot. What are our choices today? Here, I'll put up a poll. I'm going to get them all up. Come on. Ooh, did you just start? Oh, I already know where we're going. I already know where we're going. I already know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. My first ever complete gotta do it. I got to do this now. Okay, we are gonna go to someone I really, really love and really have been waiting to see. So we're gonna go there. I've been waiting to raid this band forever. I'm sorry, we're going there. We're not doing a poll. We're not doing any of that now. We're going straight there. Ascend path. All right, here we go. All right. And now, guys, please, 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 please go show this band the utmost respect. He is one of my favorite people who come in here for readings all the time. And we're waiting for the commercial to end. You guys can send him a one raid message, or if you're a subscriber, you can use the second one. So the first one's for non-subscribers, second one's for subscribers. And as always, I want to thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for being a part of my journey, guys. And you know, and that's what I'm waiting for today, is just to be a part of your journey and be a part of everything that you guys have been doing in my life. So I want to say thank you for letting me be a part of your journey, guys. So as we start our journey towards our friend, I just want to say thank you once again, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys? If you want more information, don't forget to hit my link tree that just dropped in the chat, and I will see you guys soon.